Alright guys, now it's time to talk about one of my favorite films. And one of the greatest horror 80s movies. The Lost Boys. I got that trilogy here. So yeah, The Lost Boys is a film that came out in 1987. The year I was born, baby. So, that automatically makes it one of the greatest movies ever made. Came out in 1987. You're the same age as I was, which is 32 years old. Yep. So, what is the story? The story, well, two brothers moved to Santa Mira, California with their mom. They're played by Jason Patric and Corey Haim. And the mom is played by Diane Wiest. Let me see that map. That's West, Patrick. You're fired again. Anyway, Diane Wiest, and while they're there, some vampires, the older brother, Michael, gets turned into a vampire. It's up to Corey Haim and the other Corey Feldman, and Jameson Newlander, the Frog brothers, Edgar and Allan Frog, named after Edgar Allan Poe, to save the day. Yes, first and foremost, the effects in this movie. Oh, and I love how it doesn't matter. Every vampire has a different way that they die. Like, they get staked and they can just like have blood coming out and die. Or you stake them, they freaking explode. You know, different way. I like when one of them gets killed by the music, the stereo. Death by stereo! And then they put one of them in the holy water and stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So, I do have some questions, though. They try to do this red herring where they're trying to make you think that David, played by Kiefer Sutherland, is the leader of this group. Now, it's told by the Frog brothers you have to kill the leader, and then everybody who's like not full vampire will turn back normal, like Michael or Star or Lanny. If they haven't taken their first bite, if they haven't fed, if they're turned to a vampire, and as long as they haven't fed, they're not full vampires yet. Now, it's revealed that it is Edward Herrmann's character, forgot his name, that is the leader. They do this red herring thing with him, right? Red herring that, they're saying it's David, and then Sam and the Frog brothers think that it's him, so they do these tests, and it doesn't work. And they pass it on later, you can't, the tests don't work if you invite a vampire in. Bullshit. So, if you invite a vampire into your house, nothing affects them? No holy water, no sunlight? Nothing? The first hint of this is that dogs are supposedly guard their vampire's home. So when the mom goes to Edward Herrmann's house, in the daytime, the dog lashes out at them. That's the first hint. Then it's revealed that he's the leader, not David. But no one knew it. Like, because it's shown earlier when he tells the vampires to leave his store, David and the others, they leave. So David, along with the other male vampires, knew. Star, Lenny, didn't know. I understand they were probably just turned. But isn't when you're bringing a new vampire in, like you're bringing someone new into a company, say, would the first thing you do is introduce them to the boss, right? I mean, we've seen the Fast and the Furious movies, which I want to, my November's open. But Hobbs and Shaw isn't out on Blu-ray yet. I gotta see when it comes out. I don't know. But, seen the Fast and Furious movies where, we gotta, like Fast and Furious with Braga, where they gonna, bring to the boss, but it's not really him. But it's that idea of bringing someone new in an organization to the boss, you know what I mean? But yeah, even that was a sting anyway, and they demanded to bring him. But anyway, yeah, but my point is, all the guys, all the male vampires knew who he was, but Star and Lanny didn't know. I don't know. Maybe they actually were all for it when it's David. And I thought it was David. And speaking of David, he's not dead. And there's comic books to continue this. Alright? When David is pierced by the deer antlers, he doesn't explode. He doesn't, there's no, convulsion. He's just... And if you look closely at the deer antlers, they're not through his heart. They're just missing it. But they presume him to be dead. Now, I've never read any of the comics, so I don't know how they went around this. Like does he pretend to be dead when they clean the body out of the house, or what? But I don't know. The grandpa, let's talk about the grandpa. One of my favorite characters in this movie, the grandpa, he knows something that he's not letting on. And he's always trying to hook up with the Widow Johnson. But he's always just like when he gets in the car with Sam and they're going to go into town, he turns it on, gets the engine revving, he moves an inch, turns it off. That's as far as I go into town. He knows something. He knows. And in the end, after everything happens, he drives in, spears Edward Herman's character, kills him, and then he goes over to the fridge, he opens it, he gets a drink. One thing in Santa Mira I could never stand. All the damn vampires. And the movie ends. The grandpa knew about the vampires the whole time. And, well, was he the only one? Because there is a warning on the back of the sign that says, "Welcome to Santa Mira." On the back it says, "Murder Capital of the World." So maybe there are people that know, but they can't do much about it, so they write that on there thinking, people will turn away, but it didn't stop them, right? But yeah, just like the 80s soundtrack, the song. Cry, little sister, thou shalt not fall. Come to your brother. That song is... When you hear that song, you think of this movie, and it plays in all three movies. Even though I don't care for the second one, but I'll be watching that one next, so we'll see. But yeah. Guys, this is the first time in a long time I really just want to... Oh, speaking of which, 80s, 87, 1 year later, this actor would star in my first 10 for 10 movie that I ever rated 10 for 10. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. That's Alex Winter. He's in this movie as Marco. He gets killed. But he gets staked. That's another thing, alright? Now, vampires, I've seen a lot of vampire movies, so I'm not an expert, but vampires sleep during the day. They have to sleep during the day, right? Right? So they stake Marco, he freaks out, and every single one of them wakes up. I call bullshit on that. They should have stayed asleep. I understand. Oh, they need to wake up so they don't get all of them. I get it. But wouldn't it have been better this way? Alright, you see them go in. and it cuts to nighttime. Because they weren't able to get all of them before, nighttime came. Like, okay, think of the scene, alright? I know it's show don't tell, but think about this. They go in the day, and then you see the sun going down. It cuts to the sun going down, and the three of them leaving, and they're like, "We forgot one. We can get him another time. Don't worry." One, and then cut to David waking up and seeing all his brothers murdered, dead. Then he has that thirst for vengeance that makes him go by himself to the house. But he's got that vengeance where he's knocking people around. And then you have that fight between him and Michael. And it stays the same where they fight. And there's that spinning around with the camera. And moving around and he gets impaled on the antlers. And they think it's over. It's done. And then you have the mom and Edward Herrmann walk in and reveal that Edward Herrmann is actually the leader, and it means that all the work killing all those vampires and David was for nothing. How would that have worked? Yes, this is a Joel Schumacher film, but it's before he went tits up with the Batman and the ice puns but I don't think this movie is cool. Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Bad Scotty. Bad Scotty. So anyway, yeah, I think that's like one little thing I would change. But guys, I have to give this movie a 10 out of 10. It's like maybe my third 10 out of 10 film, so there's not that many. But yeah, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. I got to. Absolutely. I have that one little problem that's really more of a nitpick, so I can't really hold the score back for that, because it's really a nitpick, because this really is nothing that bad to this film. So it's a 10 out of 10 for me. What are your thoughts on The Lost Boys? Do you love it as much as I do? Let me know in the comments below. This movie got me started on the 2 Corys, man. If it wasn't for this, I wouldn't want to try more. Well, this, and then License to Drive, I rented that from the library. I gotta get more of these movies. And then I watched, Blown Away, which I still want to get on DVD. I should start looking for more Corey movies so I can finish the rest of them. I got a License to Drive, Blown Away, Busted, I think left. Is that it? I think. Yeah, I did this one. And technically Corey Haim's in this one there for a little bit. But we'll get to that one. So, like I said, what are your thoughts on The Lost Boys? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. And as always, love, peace, and chicken grease.